Hello, welcome to my channel. Antoinette here, and I'm getting there. I think we're closing in on the end of the 13 spooky season tags. So my playlist will be in comments or description below if you wish to go check out my spooky season tags playlist. If you want to play along and pick a tag off of said playlist, please do. Please use my hashtag spooky season tags, and then I can link you into it as well for community in order to find us and play along and bring community together. So I'm trying to pick different people's tags so that I can pop it in here and really what I found, and you can have a look below and see what tickles your fancy. This is another one to the lovely Lila at Tapestry of the Unseen, and this is the hashtag haunted decks tag. So there are 7 prompts to show 7 decks with 7 stories, and I will clip in, I think it's prompt 6, so I will clip in prompt 6 as an extra into the video. So let's get going. So prompt number 1, which is Brew. What's my go-to deck for brewing up some magic and mystery in my readings? Show off a deck that always seems to stir the cauldron of intuition. So this one I feel has to be read intuitively in a way because it's so abstract in its art style, and that is the Shimmering Veil by Cilla Conway. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous independently published deck, or indie deck as we call them. And look at that beautiful fancy gilding on the edges, and the backs are very portal, starseedy, not something I normally look into on a deck, but they have that vibe. So sorry, I've got like shadow because the light sits behind me and it's getting dark. It's very cold down here actually. So we have symbols in the bottom, and a name tells you what type of card you're looking at, and this one will be Judgment. It's just a very, very different type of art. World card, and that's the Fool coming round, and there's another Fool I think in here where it's kind of advanced again, like ready to rebirth properly. 3 of Swords, or 3 of Air, 4 of Air. Look at the Lovers, Empress, 4 of Pentacles. So you can see somebody being possessed there, somebody flying over, like looking, judging. So it's just got a very, very beautiful, like little air bubbles coming up from the water, kind of reflecting, almost in some ways, somebody's probably last breaths, you know, as they're sinking. But yeah, this deck I feel is a more intuitively read, look, the King of Water, a more intuitively read deck here. Queen of Air. And just from the beautiful artwork, and we'll end there I think on the High Priestess. I think she's fabulous. Okay, prompt number 2, a deck that haunts my collection but rarely gets used. So this is something sitting quietly in the collection but has a spooky charm all of its own, and it is the Shadowland by Monika Bodersky. The more I've been doing these tags, these seasonal tags this year, the more I've realised how many kind of get hidden at the backs of my shelves. And this one is a great deck. If I can get it out of the glare of the light. It's on a lovely cardstock. It's another lovely matte cardstock. This one would be, cardstock is as good as the Macabre Tarot, but the gilding is a little bit harsher on this one. But it's a gorgeous stock. And the art, so Monika's art is quirky and different, but very beautiful still. I'm not sure where to put this. If I put it there, it's bleached out, isn't it? That's why I'm trying to just capture it beyond the light of the moon. Maybe if I sit there, but then I'm chatting over you all. Probably far too close and personal. So yeah, this one is another one I realised kind of sits there on my shelf, and I do actually forget this one exists. I have used it in some past life readings. It's done a really good job actually. And it was the images. This one became like an intuitive reader in a past life reading. So it's a great deck in general, but that seems to be the most that I've used it for as of thus far. Oops, Next prompt, we have the Trionfi della Luna Aqueductical, and this is a full moon madness deck, one that drives me wild with excitement when reading under moonlight. I don't generally read under moonlight, however, this one glows under a black light, so I figure same thing. And this is the illustrated pips I have here in the Aqueductical, and as you know, I love Mr. Valenza's work. I don't find these spooky. I just find these an everyday reader deck. But I thought, I don't have a black light, actually. I would love to see what they look like under a black light, but I still don't have one. I have many decks of his that would read under a black light. It would be quite cool, actually, to do that. So I think if I was to do a black light reading, this would be it. Black light being probably the closest I'd get to a candlelight reading, because I think that would be rather cool. But maybe I need to order myself a black light lamp. This one would be my moonlight deck. It's a great humid deck. His artwork is fabulous anyways. So yeah. Next one up is the Skeleton Key, a deck which unlocked a deeper understanding of tarot for me. Many of my decks unlock different things at different times as I go through. So I'm going to put down, because of the season, I'm going to put down the Dark Grimoire Tarot, because the artwork in this does unlock a slightly deeper understanding, because it's not your standard RWS. And that's why I feel that this deck would be an appropriate thing to put down. So this is your Hierophant. It's a very different form of Hierophant to what you would be used to seeing. A Six of Swords. I mean, there's a lot more to unpack in the picture to bring forth something slightly different, and maybe not your standard wording for those that like to gatekeep the meanings of the cards, right? People that aren't happy that we've progressed our language on cards and moved them on. Sometimes it's a good thing, you know? Sometimes it's a bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing. But when we're reading and making our own little white books, why not? Five of Swords. The Hermit. So this deck, within the images, within the darkness, within the shadows in the background, it just helped me to see some of these cards in a very different aspect. Here we have our Magician writing at night time. Seven of Wands. So what are we, creating defences on? It's that light, isn't it? Our Fool's journey into the madness. Into the madness we go. So this one, in a way, along with many of my decks, as I say, has unlocked a slightly different understanding for some of the cards for me. And it might not be the deck for you, but I like this one. Next prompt is the Trickster, the deck that surprised me the most with its tricky or unexpected readings. So I'm going with unexpected readings, okay? It's not that it gives me cheeky or unpredictable readings. This one just gave me readings I wasn't expecting. I used it for past life reading, and this is the Lilith and the Machine. It's an Etsy deck. I don't know if it's still available anymore. It might be out of print. I'm not sure. Sorry. But I think there are a couple of oracles as well that might be still around. But this one, it was the images. So when I did the past life readings, it's actually something in the images each time that answered and gave me my reading. So again, beyond the RWS readings, intuition definitely, and intuiting the pictures and where I was drawn. So I took what my eye was drawn, almost bibliomancying the cards. And that was a very unusual way to be using the cards, and it very much surprised me, and the things that I got to see out of the cards. And sometimes when I was doing the reading, I'd be describing something in one card and I'd talk about something, and then I'd pull the next card to see what was going on, and it would pull something else. So now that I can see these, I can preempt what's coming. But say I talked about a globe, but it's in the wrong place. Maybe it's to do with the throat, for whatever the point may be of my question. And there's a globe there, and then the next card I put down, I drop something with a globe in the throat chakra. Then I knew that I was on the right quest. I was answering the right questions. Does that make sense? Because it showed me what I had described in the previous card before I had put the card down to answer a question. And as you know, I shuffle between each reading, each question I do. Usually I shuffle between every question and take the jumpers, because I'm a jumpers person. both in my wardrobe wear and the way that I read cards. I prefer to take jumpers, because to me that means that they're meant to come out of the deck, rather than me, manufacturing and splitting the deck where I want it to be. So this one is the one that I would use for that prompt. So prompt number 6. This is the Black Cat's Curiosity. What is the spookiest or strangest tarot reading I've ever done with a deck? Okay, let's talk about the reading that spooked me. So this is using the Modern Tarot Readers deck from Claire Goodchild. I can't remember what it used to be called, but this is the one that comes in the rather unappealing blue box. And my morning card came out as I was asking, what does my day hold ahead for me? And out came the 9 of Blades. Oh, fantastic. I'm not doing anything today. I have a day off. It should be amazing. Why this card? Didn't think much more of it. However, at the time of me flipping this card, my partner announced that he'd forgotten he had an event he needed to go to, and that he was contemplating. He was still umming and ahhing as to whether he was going this evening. And therein lies, I think, possibly my 9 of Swords day, because if anyone has a man that likes to have a whiskey when they're out and about, you're going to wonder and worry about what they're getting up to when they're out and about, if they have the history past like he does, because his friends tend to get very, very drunk, and then they cause arguments with other people because they're too drunk and disorderly in other people's values. So yeah, so this one, so I put it to bed, left it aside. I don't want to know about it. Then I pulled later on, because I was like, that card is really bugging me, like properly bugging me. So why am I going to have a Knight of Swords day? Like why is this Nine of Swords here? Like, what do I need to know about the 9 of Swords? And I get the Devil. Oh, fantastic. What a card to flip out. The Devil. Okay, so control, excess, vices, still things I don't want to hear based on where I think this card was coming from, and what it was going to be kind of showing me. So I'm really not impressed at this point with this card. It's like, blah. And then this one, even less impressed. So no, I want more cards. Okay, tell me about the Devil. Queen of Coins. Okay. Lately, the Queen of Coins has been flipping out as a kind of significator for me. So maybe this is me. Maybe this is my thoughts, trying to control my thoughts, trying to control a situation that's like completely out of my control. Something that I can't, I don't want to say be in control of. That's quite a contrite way of looking at things, but I can't prevent an outcome of what may be, if you want. So I can't prevent what may be in my little kingdom. And then let's have a few more cards out there. I get the 10 of Inkwells, and then I get the King of Inkwells, and now I'm like, that's even worse, because I'm not seeing Inkwells or emotions. I'm seeing booze, I'm seeing pints, I'm seeing whiskey shots, and then I'm seeing a dirty great bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, oh no. This is not good. This is telling me that my worst fears are probably going to come true, because someone is going to have the devil inside them. They're going to have a whale of a time at the function in which they're going to, with one too many jars and probably too many bottles on the table. Now, this links into the fact that I happen to know one of the people going is a very, very, they're not, so here we don't have what we call drunkards, but we do have social drinkers, and they were a very heavy social drinker. So that's that, and I'm like, oh, that's a bugger. So we got to here, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? I can do better than this. We can Lenormand this. So here we go, Lenormand, out we come. So now I'm asking, what can I expect? What can my partner expect from his night out tonight, based on my spooky reading? And I've got the Crossroads. I'm like, oh, decisions, choices. Is this the journey? Is this how he gets home? Is this a problem coming home again? Because there's always a problem coming home, because we live in a different direction to everyone else. So I'm like, oh, not good. Then I've got the Sunshine. Okay, better, positive energy. I liking it a lot. And then I got the Damned Coffin. And I was feeling okay until I turned the bottom of the decks upside down. I've got the Snake on the bottom of the deck, and I'm hoping Snake means like being wise. I'm hoping Coffin means putting to bed the issues by making good choices, right? So I'm hoping this is what this means. I got the Hanged Man, and I'm like, oh, cards today, you are not aligning for me. And we should have to wait and see what the outcome of this is, because this is today's reading. This is in real time. This is me today. This is my reading. It's on the table. My partner has gone out and I'm sat here trying not to rock in the corner. So instead I'm recording videos to pass my time. And I'm hoping that he will ring me shortly to tell me that he has his taxi booked to get home. So I know that he has a chariot safe to get him here. So there's my spooky reading. Yeah. This one's a lot for me to digest. It's because it's personal, and therefore this makes it harder to do. Because I don't normally get cards like this, so when they come out, it's like an even bigger, like, smack in the face. But I'm hoping this is just me, my anxiety, and maybe I've driven my anxiety by doing this on top of this card. So maybe that card was bad enough. Now I've made it even worse by doing this, and 20 times worse by doing this. Hopefully he's going to prove me wrong. He's going to have a fantastic time. He's going to come home safe and sound with just a little bit tipsy and everything all in where it should be, including his faculties. So this is my reading. Yeah, that one was a lot. So prompt number 11, the pumpkin patch pick. Which tarot deck would I choose to accompany me on a spooky Halloween night's adventure? It's got to be, and it will always be, the Tarot in a Tin Halloween deck. This is my travel deck. This is the one that goes with me whatever time of year it is. So this is the one that's going to be for this prompt. And sometimes I'll chuck in the old Millie for clarification. So I figured it's got to be these two that comes for this bit. And let's bring you down and take a little look at some cards. Oops, sorry. You're moving all over the place, or I'm moving you all over the place, shall we say. So just for funsies, we're just going to have a little look at what we've got. So I've already started off back to front. Sorry, I was trying to put them away as I go, because, you've got to tidy up occasionally. Star and diamond, I like that. King of Pumpkins with the owl for wisdom. So these ones you read more intuitively. There is a little PDF that came with this. Digital PDF guide. I'm not sure how it comes now, whether it's a book or a piece of paper. But 5 of Ghosts with skull. Hanged Man and fire. And we do have all the fire around him. So somebody's having a roasting for their thoughts. The Magician with the harp. Queen of Wands with her broom. Time to tidy up, make some spells, clear the energy. The King of Imps with his cauldron. They're getting very magical, those two, aren't they? Queen of Bats with her ankh, however you like to pronounce. 8 of Bats and the orbiculum. Yes, we could all do with the ability to see ahead when we're stuck in that point sometimes. The Ace of Pumpkins and the bee. What will be the busy bees? So I think we'll start with the Hierophant and the stick. I think that's quite funny. I hope you all appreciate that one as well. Until the next one, take care. Bye bye.